Imagine the start of a day, quiet and undisturbed. Before the world's noise begins, before responsibilities and external demands flood in, there exists a sacred moment. It is a chance to set the tone for the hours ahead, a window to prepare yourself for the inevitable unpredictability of life. What if, instead of reacting to each day's chaos, you could begin it with a clear, resilient mindset? In Stoicism, mornings are not merely a transition from night to day. They are a deliberate ritual, an opportunity to craft an internal fortress that shields you against whatever may arise. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, when you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. But how can we make each morning count? How do we cultivate a routine that aligns with the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance? This morning ritual, rooted in Stoicism, is not about adding complexity to your life. Instead, it offers simplicity and clarity, a few practices that help you build resilience, gratitude, and peace. In this video, we'll explore 7 essential morning practices inspired by Stoicism, each designed to help you anchor yourself in purpose and virtue. As we journey through these practices, keep in mind that the most transformative insights lie in the final practice, a perspective that can forever change how you approach life's uncertainties. Let's begin. 1. Set daily intentions, not goals. Imagine waking up with a clear purpose, not because you have a list of tasks to complete, but because you know who you aspire to be. Setting intentions each morning means choosing to embody values rather than chasing outcomes. While goals focus on future results and external accomplishments, intentions bring our focus to the present, to the kind of person we want to be today. Stoicism emphasizes this inner work, acting with virtue in the face of whatever life brings. Why is this distinction between intentions and goals so important? Goals, by their nature, are tied to external results, which are often beyond our control. Despite our best efforts, outcomes can change due to factors outside our reach, leading to frustration or even discouragement. On the other hand, intentions are about our character and conduct, qualities entirely within our control. They remind us of the Stoic lesson to focus on what we can govern: our responses, our actions, and our attitudes. So, how do we begin each morning with intention? Start by asking yourself a simple but profound question. Who do I wish to be today? Do you aim to embody patience, taking each moment as it comes without rushing? Or perhaps compassion, extending understanding and kindness to both yourself and others? Maybe you wish to bring courage into your day, meeting challenges with a calm heart. These intentions align with the core of Stoic virtues, helping us navigate the day with resilience and meaning. As you reflect on your intentions, consider writing them down. A brief note in a journal can solidify your commitment, giving you a clear guide for the day ahead. You might write, "Today I will listen more than I speak," or "I will approach conflicts with understanding." These are not checkboxes on a to-do list, but rather anchors for your character, reminding you of the values you strive to embody. Seneca once remarked, "It does not matter what you bear, but how you bear it." In this way, setting intentions is a way of preparing your mind for whatever life may bring, from minor inconveniences to major challenges. By focusing on your intentions, you define success, not by what you accomplish, but by how you act and respond throughout the day. As you conclude this morning reflection, take a moment to visualize the day ahead. Imagine moments where your intentions may be tested. Perhaps a difficult conversation awaits, or a long list of tasks looms. Visualize yourself acting in alignment with your chosen values, grounded and steady. This mental rehearsal strengthens your commitment, making it easier to uphold your intentions when the moment arrives. In choosing intentions over goals, you embrace a Stoic approach to life. You release yourself from the need to control outcomes and instead focus on the person you are becoming. By setting daily intentions, you cultivate a deeper sense of purpose, one that remains steady regardless of the day's events. And as you move forward, know that these intentions are your compass, guiding you not to a destination, but to a way of being. 2. Reflect on life's transience. In the quiet of morning, before the noise of the day begins, there lies an opportunity for profound reflection, a moment to acknowledge the impermanence of life. In Stoicism, this practice, meditating on the brevity of our existence, is not meant to bring fear, but clarity. When we remember that life is fleeting, we become less attached to trivial matters and more attuned to what truly deserves our attention and energy. Why reflect on mortality? Some might say that to focus on life's transience is grim, yet the Stoics viewed it differently. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This isn't about fearing death, but about living with purpose, using each day to its fullest. When we recognize that time is limited, each moment becomes more precious, and we're less inclined to waste it on distractions, conflicts, or needless worry. To engage in this practice, find a quiet corner where you won't be disturbed. Sit comfortably, letting your body relax yet stay upright, your posture reflecting the balance you aim to achieve between calmness and alertness. Close your eyes and picture the vast expanse of the universe. Visualize stars being born and fading away, galaxies spinning, each part of this cosmic dance unfolding over eons. Within this immense universe, imagine Earth, a tiny dot in an infinite sea of time and space. Then, within that dot, see the rise and fall of human civilizations, the rivers carving their paths, mountains standing for millennia. Now, bring this perspective closer to home. Consider your own life, a mere blink in the grand scheme of things. This isn't to diminish your significance, but to illuminate the beauty of each fleeting moment. Each day becomes a rare gift when we understand that we won't have infinite tomorrows. In this light, do you find yourself more willing to let go of grievances? Are you drawn to appreciate the simple pleasures, a sunrise, a smile, or the warmth of a loved one's hand? Such reflection has a practical purpose in Stoicism. It reminds us to prioritize what truly matters and let go of that which does not. When we accept that each day could be our last, the mundane frustrations of life, traffic, petty arguments, the rush for material gain, seem less pressing. Instead, we're drawn to acts of kindness, to time spent in peace, to conversations filled with meaning. This sense of transience is like a compass, pointing us to what deserves our time and attention. This morning ritual, then, isn't about confronting mortality with dread, but embracing the present with reverence, gratitude, and action. Consider this question. If you knew today was your last, how would you choose to spend it? Would you be kinder, more forgiving? Would you focus on what brings joy and meaning rather than on fleeting frustrations? When we live with this awareness, we naturally align our actions with our deepest values. As Seneca said, life is long if you know how to use it. Reflecting on life's transience helps us use our time well, to live fully and meaningfully. This practice prepares us to navigate each day with a sense of purpose and grace, grounded in the understanding that every moment counts. By accepting life's impermanence, we open ourselves to experience the present more deeply, appreciating each day as a gift, not a guarantee. With this perspective in mind, let's move forward to another daily practice that complements this reflection. Journaling, an intimate act of self-dialogue, and a cornerstone of Stoic thought. 3. Journal your thoughts. The morning is an ideal time to turn inward and engage in one of Stoicism's most transformative practices, journaling. In the Stoic tradition, journaling isn't merely about recording the events of the previous day. It's a sacred, introspective conversation with oneself. This daily ritual creates space for self-reflection, gratitude, and intentional living. It's a tool for clearing mental clutter, grounding ourselves in our values, and, ultimately, fostering personal growth. Why is journaling such a powerful practice? For the Stoics, it was more than just a habit. It was a discipline that allowed them to regularly examine and refine their thoughts and actions. Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, one of the most famous Stoic texts, began as a private journal. It was his way of grappling with the challenges of life, reaffirming Stoic principles, and, in essence, becoming his own guide. Through journaling, he continuously reminded himself of how to live in alignment with his values. As you sit down to journal each morning, think of it as stepping into your sacred space, a realm devoid of judgment or external expectations. Here, your thoughts can flow freely, unfiltered and genuine. Start with a simple entry, perhaps noting the first thoughts that come to mind. These might be memories of recent dreams, lingering feelings from yesterday, or anticipations about the day ahead. By putting these initial thoughts to paper, you help clear your mind, like sweeping away leaves from a courtyard, making way for clarity and focus. Once you've cleared the surface, shift your attention to gratitude. In Stoicism, gratitude is not merely a feel-good exercise. It is a profound recognition of life's blessings. By practicing gratitude daily, we become more aware of the abundance we already have, freeing ourselves from the constant desire for more. Consider writing down 3 things you're genuinely grateful for. They could be as simple as the warmth of your bed, the smell of morning coffee, or the opportunity to begin another day. As you explore gratitude, take a moment to ask yourself deeper questions rooted in Stoic reflection. Am I living in alignment with my values? Did I act out of impulse or reason yesterday? What can I do today to embody my highest virtues? The purpose of these questions isn't to dwell on mistakes or judge yourself harshly. Rather, it's to cultivate self-awareness and foster growth. These reflections help you identify areas where you can improve, allowing you to approach each day with renewed intention and clarity. Another powerful aspect of morning journaling is setting an intention based on Stoic virtues, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. This intention serves as your guiding light for the day, helping you act in alignment with the values that matter most. For example, you might write, "Today, I will approach conflicts with patience," or "I will speak less and listen more." These aren't tasks to be checked off. They are commitments to the kind of person you aspire to be. By doing this regularly, you cultivate a Stoic mindset that reinforces resilience and virtue, even amid life's inevitable challenges. As you end your journaling session, remember that this isn't just an exercise in writing. It's a practice in mindfulness and intentionality. Your journal is a mirror, reflecting your inner world. Over time, it becomes a trusted companion and mentor, guiding you toward a life of integrity and purpose. Each entry builds on the last, forming a continuous journey of self-discovery and growth. In this way, journaling helps us live in alignment with Stoicism's teachings. It isn't simply about putting pen to paper. It's about engaging in a meaningful dialogue with yourself, understanding your thoughts, actions, and motivations. This morning ritual, when practiced consistently, becomes a source of strength, wisdom, and peace. A true friend in your pursuit of virtue. With your mind clear and your intentions set, let's proceed to the next practice, one that encourages an active presence throughout the day. Revisiting Stoic teachings. 4. Revisit Stoic teachings. To truly embody Stoicism, it is essential not only to learn its teachings, but to revisit and reflect upon them each day. The wisdom of the Stoic philosophers, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, is timeless and profound. They left behind insights not to be read once and forgotten, but to be pondered daily, allowing their truths to shape our actions, choices, and character. Why revisit these teachings every morning? Stoicism is more than a philosophy. It's a way of life, and its lessons serve as a daily compass. In a world filled with distractions, revisiting Stoic texts grounds us in timeless principles, reminding us of what truly matters. This practice is not only for scholars or philosophers, it's for anyone who seeks to live with purpose and integrity, who wants to build a life resilient to life's inevitable challenges. Begin this practice by selecting a passage from a Stoic text, whether from Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, Letters by Seneca, or Discourses by Epictetus. You might allow serendipity to guide you, opening the text at random and reading what speaks to you. Often, you'll find that the passage you encounter resonates perfectly with your present circumstances or offers insights relevant to your day. As Marcus Aurelius would say, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." Reflecting on such a passage can open new perspectives, grounding you in wisdom and empowering you for the day. As you read, don't merely skim the words. Approach the passage as you would a conversation with a wise mentor, one who invites you to slow down, to listen deeply, and to absorb the essence of each thought. What do these words mean to you? How can they apply to your life? When you consider, for example, Epictetus's statement, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters," how does this change the way you view the day's challenges? Once you've digested the passage, spend a few minutes reflecting on its implications. Write down any thoughts or insights that arise. This journaling can be simple, perhaps noting how the passage applies to a recent experience or how it could guide you in the hours ahead. By internalizing the teachings in this way, you allow them to become more than words. They become principles that actively shape your daily actions and responses. As you engage with Stoic wisdom, remember that these teachings call us not only to reflect, but to act. Each lesson is an invitation to practice, to live by the virtues that Stoicism esteems: courage, wisdom, temperance, and justice. If today's passage reminds you of the transient nature of life, let that inspire you to be fully present with those you love, to appreciate simple joys, and to let go of petty grievances. If it speaks of fortitude, carry that strength with you as you face difficult tasks or confront obstacles. Consider discussing these insights with others, if you're fortunate enough to have friends or a community who share your interest in Stoicism. Conversations about Stoic teachings allow you to gain new perspectives, enrich your understanding, and foster mutual growth. As Seneca once remarked, "While we teach, we learn." Engaging with others can deepen your appreciation of these ideas and help you apply them in varied and meaningful ways. Returning to Stoic teachings each morning isn't just a mental exercise. It's a daily renewal of your commitment to live with intention and virtue. It's a practice that keeps you grounded, focused, and aligned with the values that matter most. And in doing so, you equip yourself to meet life's challenges with resilience, clarity, and grace. As we move forward, let's turn to another fundamental Stoic practice, one that builds the courage to face both the known and unknown parts of life: embracing discomfort. 5. Embrace discomfort. In our modern world, comfort has become the norm, something many of us pursue relentlessly. Yet the Stoics, with their profound understanding of human nature, warned of the dangers of a life ruled by comfort and ease. They believed that intentionally embracing small discomforts prepares the mind and spirit, helping us build resilience and inner strength. To the Stoics, discomfort was not a punishment, but a form of mental training, a way to free ourselves from dependency on external comforts and to strengthen our inner resolve. Why should we, in a world where comfort is so accessible, seek out discomfort. Consider this. In a life free of hardship, how can we prepare ourselves for the inevitable challenges that will arise? When we willingly introduce small discomforts into our daily routine, we remind ourselves that true strength comes not from comfort, but from our ability to endure, adapt, and thrive in any circumstance. Seneca put it plainly, advising, "Set aside a certain number of days, during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself the while, 'Is this the condition that I feared?'" Each morning, take a moment to consider how you might introduce a small discomfort to your day. One way could be as simple as a cold shower. Though uncomfortable, the cold water jolts you awake, sharpening your senses and reminding you that your comfort is not a necessity, but a luxury. You realize that your inner resolve can withstand the initial shock, building the mental fortitude to endure what life might bring. In this way, a cold shower becomes a metaphorical baptism, washing away mental lethargy and reminding you of your capacity to adapt. Another way to practice embracing discomfort could be to skip your morning coffee or favorite snack. Instead of relying on these external stimulants to boost your energy, remind yourself that your willpower and discipline are sufficient to fuel your day. Each time you resist the urge to indulge in comfort, you are building a form of internal strength, a resilience that remains steadfast even when external supports are unavailable. You might also consider a more reflective practice, such as meditating on a past hardship. Recall a time when you faced difficulties and reflect on the strength and growth that emerged from that experience. Ask yourself, what did I learn from that struggle? How did I change? When we examine our past with honesty, we see that hardship often becomes the teacher of life's most valuable lessons, helping us grow in ways we might not have otherwise. This meditation helps us see discomfort not as an enemy, but as a necessary ally in our pursuit of resilience. Embracing discomfort doesn't mean rejecting comfort entirely. It means acknowledging that we don't need to depend on it. By voluntarily facing small discomforts, we cultivate a Stoic sense of freedom. We remind ourselves that our happiness and contentment do not hinge on external conditions, but on the strength and adaptability within us. As Marcus Aurelius reflected, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When we recognize this, discomfort loses its hold over us, and we become free to choose our response to life's inevitable challenges. This practice of discomfort also helps us appreciate comfort more fully when it is available. By occasionally choosing to forego certain comforts, we are reminded of the privilege they represent. A warm shower feels even more luxurious after enduring a cold one. A cup of coffee is savored more deeply when it's not taken for granted. Discomfort, then, becomes a tool for gratitude, teaching us to appreciate what we have without becoming dependent on it. As you embrace this daily practice, ask yourself, how often do I allow comfort to dictate my choices? What small discomfort could I embrace today to build my resilience? These questions lead us to a form of freedom that transcends physical ease, a freedom born from inner strength and a Stoic commitment to virtue. In cultivating resilience to discomfort, we gain a deeper sense of peace, for we know that no hardship can shake the strength within us. Having embraced the resilience that comes from discomfort, we are better prepared to approach the next practice, one that builds awareness and tranquility, mindfulness and meditation. 6. Practice mindfulness and meditation. Stoicism and mindfulness, though originating from different cultural roots, share a profound focus on cultivating inner calm and awareness. For the Stoics, the present moment held significant power, the only moment in which we have any control. Mindfulness, similarly, calls us to experience the here and now fully, free from regrets of the past or anxieties about the future. To practice mindfulness and meditation each morning is to align ourselves with this Stoic emphasis on presence, grounding ourselves in the simplicity and clarity of the current moment. Why dedicate time to mindfulness each morning? In Stoic philosophy, mental clarity is essential. Marcus Aurelius said, "If you are pained by external things, it is not they that disturb you, but your own judgment about them, and it is in your power to wipe out that judgment now." This wisdom reminds us that suffering often comes not from events themselves, but from our perceptions and reactions. By practicing mindfulness, we create space between ourselves and our immediate reactions, allowing us to observe our thoughts and emotions with detachment and clarity. Begin your morning meditation by finding a quiet spot where you won't be disturbed. Sit comfortably, either on a chair or on the floor, keeping your back straight, yet relaxed. Close your eyes and focus on your breath, the steady rhythm of inhaling and exhaling. Feel the sensation of each breath, the cool air entering your nostrils, the rise and fall of your chest. In focusing on this simple, constant action, you anchor yourself to the present, letting the noise of the mind fade into the background. As you settle into your breath, notice when your mind begins to wander. It's natural. Minds are built to think, to drift, to remember, and to anticipate. When you catch yourself drifting, gently guide your attention back to your breath without judgment. In this way, meditation becomes a practice of returning to the present moment again and again, a reminder that while we cannot control all thoughts, we can choose where we place our focus. Once you feel grounded in your breath, broaden your awareness to include sensations in your body. Notice the weight of your body against the chair or floor, the temperature of the room, the feeling of fabric on your skin. Observe these sensations as they are, without creating stories around them. In Stoicism, this detachment from sensation is key, understanding that sensations are simply experiences, neither good nor bad, unless we attach judgments to them. After observing your bodily sensations, shift your attention to your thoughts and emotions. Picture them as leaves floating down a stream or clouds drifting across the sky. In this imagery, you are the observer, watching these mental events pass by without engaging with them or assigning them meaning. This practice aligns with the Stoic understanding that while we cannot always control external events, we can control our response by choosing not to be ruled by fleeting thoughts and emotions. At the end of your meditation, you might choose to reflect on a Stoic quote or tenet, letting it guide your thoughts for the day. One powerful reflection comes from Marcus Aurelius. "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." This phrase encapsulates the essence of Stoic mindfulness, the acceptance of change, and the understanding that our peace lies within, shaped by our thoughts rather than external conditions. Through this daily practice, mindfulness becomes more than just a calming exercise. It becomes a foundation for resilience. By training yourself to observe thoughts and sensations without attachment, you cultivate an internal calm that remains unshaken by external events. You're no longer at the mercy of every impulse, emotion, or reaction. Instead, you develop the ability to respond thoughtfully, with wisdom and balance. As you close your meditation session, set a simple intention to carry this calm presence with you throughout the day. Let mindfulness be your shield against the rush of daily life, a reminder to approach each moment with patience and presence. This practice doesn't eliminate challenges, but it empowers you to meet them with a clear mind, free from unnecessary stress or distraction. With this sense of grounded calm, let us now turn to a final daily practice, a powerful Stoic perspective that helps us approach all life's events with acceptance and even love. Amor Fati, the love of one's fate. 7. Practice Amor Fati. At the heart of Stoicism lies a principle both powerful and liberating: Amor Fati, or the love of one's fate. To practice Amor Fati means not merely to accept life's events, but to embrace them fully, seeing each moment, joyful or painful, as necessary for our growth. This philosophy goes beyond mere acceptance. It invites us to welcome everything that comes our way with gratitude and openness. Why embrace Amor Fati each morning? Life is full of unpredictability. Plans shift, challenges arise, and losses occur. We can't control these events, but we can control our response. In choosing to love our fate, we transform adversity into an ally and cultivate resilience against life's storms. Marcus Aurelius captured this wisdom perfectly, stating, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Through Amor Fati, obstacles become opportunities for strength and wisdom. To practice Amor Fati in the morning, begin by visualizing the day ahead. Acknowledge that it will likely include both ease and difficulty. You may encounter setbacks or face unexpected demands. Imagine these challenges as stepping stones rather than barriers, seeing each one as an essential part of your journey. This mental preparation allows you to approach life's uncertainties with grace, knowing that every experience has value. Reflect on potential adversities you might face: an argument, a cancelled meeting, a missed deadline. Instead of bracing yourself with resistance, ask, "How can I grow from this? What lesson could this teach me?" By shifting from resistance to acceptance, you free yourself from unnecessary suffering. This perspective doesn't trivialize hardship. Rather, it invites us to seek meaning in every experience, no matter how challenging. Another approach is to affirm, "This is exactly what I need." Imagine meeting each event, good or bad, as a hand-picked element of your journey, specifically designed to shape and refine your character. When we meet difficulties with this attitude, we gain strength. Amor Fati teaches us that true freedom lies in accepting and even loving everything that life brings. In doing so, we move from merely surviving challenges to thriving within them, grounded in the belief that nothing is truly against us. Consider the liberation this perspective brings. If every experience, regardless of its nature, serves a purpose in our growth, then fear and resistance lose their hold on us. By practicing Amor Fati, we let go of "why me" and embrace "why not." Each moment becomes an invitation to grow, learn, and cultivate wisdom. As Epictetus taught, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. In embracing Amor Fati, you not only build resilience, but also foster gratitude for every moment. This Stoic love of fate doesn't mean that we celebrate every hardship or seek out suffering. Instead, it helps us see the beauty and necessity in each experience. We trust that life's events, whether delightful or painful, contribute to the rich tapestry of our existence. As you carry this philosophy into your day, you become unshakable, for you understand that every path, every experience is woven into the journey of your life. Let Amor Fati guide you, helping you face each challenge with courage, every success with humility, and every setback with gratitude. This practice is not only the pinnacle of Stoic resilience, it is a transformative way to live. The wisdom of Stoicism invites us to approach life with calm, resilience, and intentionality. These 7 morning practices, setting intentions, reflecting on life's transience, journaling, revisiting Stoic teachings, embracing discomfort, practicing mindfulness, and Amor Fati, form a powerful foundation for living with purpose and peace. Each practice helps us build a life anchored in virtue, prepared for the inevitable challenges and joys of existence. So, as you incorporate these practices, ask yourself, how do I wish to face today? How can I embody Stoicism in each moment? Let these questions guide you, helping you create a morning ritual that shapes not just your day, but your entire life. The journey of self-discovery and growth never truly ends. With each new day, there is a chance to live closer to the Stoic ideals of wisdom, courage, and gratitude. If you found value in these insights, please consider supporting our Stoic community by liking the video, subscribing, and sharing your thoughts in the comments. Which practice resonates most with you? How will you bring Stoic principles into your mornings? I look forward to hearing about your experiences, and may your mornings and your life be filled with purpose, resilience, and peace. Thank you for joining us.